thinking about it, that if the things of this material world are temporary, the thing itself is temporary, who will, you are sitting so many people, who will say that any material thing, including our body, is permanent? Nobody would say. Everybody knows this fact that it is temporary. Then how are you expecting permanent happiness from a temporary thing? That when the thing itself is temporary, then how can it give you permanent happiness? And we are looking for the permanent happiness. We want to attain happiness which can never go away from us. All the time we want to be self-complacent, we want to be satisfied, we want to be happy all the time. But we are getting attached to the material things. We know that this body is not Atma. The body will stay here and the Atma will go any time. Still we are getting attached to each other. We are getting attached to the bodies of each other. He is my brother, he is my father, he is my son, my. We are doing like that. Who is mine? Do you ever think? My means my relationship, my relative. There is a word for this relation, is sambandh. Sambandh. Sambandh means relation. This word sambandh has two words. This is a combination of two words, sam and bandh. Sam means samyak, means completely, from every point of view. And bandh means bandhan, relation. So if somebody is attached to you, if somebody is related to you from every point of view, only then he could be your sambandhi. Plus, that sambandh should be permanent, eternal. A sambandhi must not leave you. But in this world, anyone cannot be your sambandhi. Why? Because all the relationships are temporary. They are limited to this life, and sometimes in this life itself they are broken. The son has gone, he left you alone and he is attached to some other girl. There is no relationship with son. The wife has gone, she divorced you, no relationship. Or you gave birth today to a son and tomorrow he died. So these relationships are very limited and for a very limited time. But after this life they are finished anyway. Because now, suppose you are the father of your child, of your son. So you will die first. When you will die, then you will have another parents. Then after that you will marry someone and then you will have another children. That relationship has gone. When this life is gone, this body is finished, the relationship is finished. But with God, we belong to Him since eternity. He is sitting all the time in our heart. Doesn't matter. You are a human being. You are going to earth, you are going to hell, or you are going to heaven. Wherever you go, God is always sitting in your heart. Ya Atmani Tishtati. He is sitting here all the time. And He is watching. He is watching our actions. Why? Because He is our well-wisher. He is very keen to deliver us from the Maya. That's why He is watching our actions all the time in hope that any moment this poor guy can surrender himself unto me, and I will immediately deliver him. I will immediately fill him up with unlimited happiness. He is so nice and such a great well-wisher of all the living beings. Like you see, one tide comes from the ocean from here, one tide comes from there. They meet each other and they think that we are the sisters. After a moment, That tide has gone somewhere and that tide has gone somewhere. Where have they gone? Nobody knows. No one knows where the tides have gone. But ocean knows. Because they came up from the ocean and they merged into the ocean again. In the same way, we are Yena Jatani Jivanti, the Vedas are saying. We are revealed by God and we are having this life through God. And after that annihilation of the world, we'll merge into the infinite belly of God again. And if we realize God, even then we will merge into the Supreme Being. We'll go to the Supreme Being only. So our relationship is eternal, plus a sambandhi should be our well-wisher. So God is our well-wisher. If you are not a devotee, if you are always talking against God, you are criticizing God and the devotees and everyone, even then God never does like that. Okay, you are not my devotee, you don't care for me, you don't respect me, the air will be poisonous for you. Or the water will be poisonous for you. He can do that. He's almighty. But he's our real well-wisher. He's waiting that one day he will come on the right track. And he's always giving us everything which is necessary for us, to all the living beings, without any discrimination. He is such a great well-wisher of all the living beings. And we have all kinds of relationships with him. As you sing in all the temples, Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva. A mother in the world, a mother cannot be father. A mother cannot be daughter. A mother cannot be son. Mother is always mother. She can do the work of mother only. But God is mother, God is father, God is brother, God is everything. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. All kind of relationships are there with God. So why? Because he is our real sambandhi. We are related to God only. So if you have a relative and you are loving someone else, like if you have a son, but you don't love your son, you love the son of your neighbor, then who will say that you are a wise person? You are not caring. You don't care about your son, but you care about the son of your neighbor. It is not wise. In the same way, God, who is well-wisher, who is almighty, who is taking care of all the living beings equally, leaving him, we are surrendering to someone else who cannot give us anything. We are loving others who cannot give us anything. Even if you want, any one of us, if you want to give happiness to our relatives or friends, how can we give? It is just to think that I can give happiness to my son, I can give happiness to my brother or father or mother, is like that a beggar is thinking that when this mandir will be built, I will give $100,000. How much dollars do you have right now? I don't have even $1. So you don't have even $1 and you are promising that I will give you $100,000. How would you give? To give $100,000, you have to earn first $100,000. Only then you can donate $100,000. In the same way, we have to attain that happiness first. Only then we can promise someone that I can give you happiness, I can give you love. Otherwise everybody says, I love you, I love you, I love you. This is just a language that we want to convince each other, saying that I love you so that he should love me. Because we are expecting, we don't know that as I am completely devoid of love, the other persons are also devoid of love. As I am devoid of happiness, other people are also devoid of happiness. So how come? Why? I am expecting some happiness from others. Like this promise of someone that I love you, or I will love you, or I will make you happy is wrong. I don't have happiness, how can I give happiness to you? In the same way, others cannot give us happiness, because they are also devoid of happiness. But we are expecting, like the beggar is expecting something from a beggar. This is our position. So we are suffering in this the world. Why? Because we don't listen to God. We don't listen to the scriptures. We don't listen to the saints. God is giving this message to us again and again. That still listen to me and you will be happy. You will get all my property. You are my son. Amrita Sevai Putra. All the living beings are the sons of God. And you have a total right to enjoy all my properties. But we are not ready to do that. Because we don't know. So we have to gain this knowledge. We have to revise this knowledge. That's why the mandirs are made. That's why the saints come and give lecture again and again. Because when we will have this knowledge, we'll listen and read this kind of knowledge again and again. Then if little by little it will go inside our mind, then one day we will understand that what you have to do and how can we attain happiness. So now the question arises that yes, now we know that we are the part of God. Atma or I is the part of God, and God is the ocean of happiness. That's why we want happiness and we want to attain happiness, and we can attain happiness only if we reach God. Now the question arises that we are living in this world. We have to do so many things in the family. There are so many things, so many responsibilities. Then how can we realize God in this very life? We are the householders. We live in a family. And God says, Chipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantim nigacchati. Gita. Anyone can realize God within no time. How can we do that? What is the way of realizing God very soon in this life? So we will discuss on this point tomorrow. Boli Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai.